Did Eagles fans just get some troubling news heading into the 2025 season? Let's dive into everything that's happening around the reigning Super Bowl champions, and why the upcoming year might not be as smooth sailing as some were hoping. First things first, the big debate in Philly right now is whether the Eagles will go over or under 11.5 wins this season. It's the hot topic on every sports talk show, and it's been sparking endless conversations on social media. Fans are split. Some are all in on this team making another deep playoff run, while others are a little more cautious, looking at the tough schedule and wondering if the Birds can really hit that 12-win mark. When you take a look at the teams with the highest projected win totals, the Eagles are right up there with the best. The Buffalo Bills, Kansas City Chiefs, Baltimore Ravens, and of course, the Philadelphia Eagles, all sitting at that 11.5 wins mark. These aren't just playoff hopefuls, these are Super Bowl contenders, and being in that conversation means the expectations are sky high. But let's be real, anytime you're mentioned in the same breath as the Chiefs, Bills, and Ravens, you know you've got something special cooking. Now, what really has people talking isn't just the number, it's how the Eagles are going to get there. After all, this isn't the same exact roster from last season. They've had some changes. Some players left in free agency. They lost their offensive coordinator, Kellen Moore. And there were some front office shakeups as well. But even with those losses, top to bottom, from ownership with Jeffrey Lurie, to general manager Howie Roseman, to head coach Nick Sirianni and the entire locker room, this is still one of the deepest, most talented teams in the entire National Football League. There's no denying that. But here's the thing about success in the NFL. When you're good, your schedule gets tougher. That's just how it works, and looking at the 2025 slate for Philadelphia, it's clear the league didn't do them any favors. No back-to-back home games all season long. That's right, it's home, then away, then home, then away, and it stays like that the entire year. It's a scheduling quirk that can have a real impact on this team's ability to build momentum and find a rhythm, especially as the season wears on. And it's not just the travel that's a concern. The Eagles have the fourth hardest schedule in the entire NFL this year. That's a massive jump from last year when their schedule ranked as the 10th easiest. They're going from playing 6 playoff teams last year to 11 games against teams that made the playoffs in 2024. And as we all know, the Eagles are one of the most marketable franchises in football. They're playing in 6 primetime games plus a Saturday game against Washington, which almost counts as a 7th. That's a lot of national exposure, but it also means fewer routine game weeks and more late-night travel and recovery challenges. On top of that, 6 of those games against playoff teams are on the road. Yes, they do have a rest advantage in 5 of those 6, which is a small silver lining. But the grind of this schedule is no joke. The season opener, a Thursday night showdown at home against the Dallas Cowboys. What a way to start the season, especially with the added bonus of raising that Super Bowl banner in front of your biggest division rival. Week 2, it doesn't get any easier. It's a Super Bowl 59 rematch at Arrowhead Stadium against the Kansas City Chiefs. Week 3, back home to face the Los Angeles Rams. Then Week 4, it's on the road against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, a team that has caused the Eagles plenty of problems in recent years. Week 5, they welcome Sean Payton and Bo Nix to Lincoln Financial Field for what's expected to be an intriguing matchup. Then it's up to the Meadowlands for a Thursday night game against the New York Giants. On a short week after that, they hit the road to play the Minnesota Vikings, one of the tougher places to get a win in the NFL. Week 8, back at home for another meeting with the Giants. Those first 8 games, leading into their Week 9 bye, are absolutely brutal. But having the bye week smack dab in the middle of the season is a good opportunity to reset, recover, and refocus for the second half. Coming out of the bye, the Eagles faced the Green Bay Packers on Monday Night Football, one of the most talented young teams in the league. Then it's a short week, facing the Detroit Lions at home on Sunday Night Football. Right after that, it's back on the road for another divisional showdown with the Cowboys. Then they face the Chicago Bears at home on Black Friday, a game that many expect to be much tougher than it looks on paper, considering the Bears' off-season improvements. Week 13, the Eagles hit the road to play the Los Angeles Chargers on Monday Night Football. Now, Eagles fans always travel well, and SoFi Stadium usually feels more like a home game when Philadelphia comes to town, so that could play in their favor. Then it's back home for a matchup against the Las Vegas Raiders, and after that, they close out the regular season with 3 straight road games, First, they faced the Washington Commanders, then the Buffalo Bills, and finally, a rematch with the Commanders in the last week of the season. It's a brutal stretch to end the year, especially with so many playoff-caliber opponents and so much travel packed into the final month. Pro Football Focus recently weighed in on this gauntlet of a schedule. Their projection for the Eagles, under 11.5 wins, they're not predicting a collapse. But they do see Philadelphia falling short of that 12-win mark. According to PFF, the key to success for the Eagles will be leaning heavily on the run game, especially with SAQUON Barkley now in the mix, behind one of the most dominant defensive lines in football. Jordan Mailata, who graded out at 95.2 according to PFF, anchors that group, and they were already creating massive running lanes last season. The Eagles led the league in yards before contact for running backs, averaging 2.2 yards before a defender even touched the ball carrier. That speaks volumes about the offensive line's dominance and gives Barkley a huge opportunity to make plays. But of course, there's always a flip side. Barkley is nearing 29 years old and has a history of injuries. After leading the league in touches last year, there are legitimate questions about how his body will hold up over the grind of another long season. The good news is, this offense isn't just about SAQUON. When they needed to throw the football, the Eagles proved they could do it at a high level. Remember when A.J. Brown called out the offense for not being aggressive enough in the passing game? The very next week, Jalen Hurts responded by lighting up the Pittsburgh Steelers through the air. The passing attack found its rhythm late in the season, and Hurts silenced a lot of critics who said he couldn't carry the offense as a passer. In both the NFC Championship and the Super Bowl, Hurts stepped up and played at an elite level, proving that this isn't a one-dimensional offense. But let's talk about the other side of the ball, because the defense has its own set of challenges. The Eagles lost a ton of production from last year. Over 4,000 defensive snaps worth of starters and depth players are gone. That's a massive turnover. New defensive coordinator Vic Fangio has his work cut out for him, especially when you consider how critical some of those players were to last season's success. The pressure is also on new offensive coordinator Kevin Patullo to keep this offense humming. Kellen Moore did a great job last year, making in-season adjustments and keeping defenses guessing. Remember, in 2023, this Eagles offense was the best rushing attack in football and a top 10 unit overall. Patullo has to build on that while also finding new wrinkles to keep things unpredictable. One thing that has been on the Eagles' side in recent years is health. Under Nick Sirianni, Philadelphia has consistently ranked in the top 5 for overall team health. Last season, 21 of 22 Week 1 starters were still starting in the Super Bowl. That's unheard of in the NFL. During the playoff run, all 22 starters were healthy and available. That's why the training and medical staff were celebrated during the Super Bowl parade. But as every NFL fan knows, good health can't be taken for granted. It's part preparation and part luck. If injuries do hit, the Eagles are confident in their offensive line depth. Jeff Stoutland is widely considered the best offensive line coach in the league, and that unit is built to withstand some attrition. But there are real question marks at other positions. Edge rusher stands out as a big area of concern. The Eagles didn't swing for the fences to trade for a star like Myles Garrett, Trey Hendrickson, or T.J. Watt. Instead, they're banking on cost-controlled young talent like Nolan Smith and Jalex Hunt to step up and fill those roles. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest updates on our Philadelphia Eagles. And don't be shy, share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. In a stunning twist that sent ripples through the NFL community, rumors are swirling around SAQUON Barkley's sudden announcement that he may be parting ways with the Philadelphia Eagles. The star running back ignited speculation late last night with a cryptic message shared across his social media platforms. "Thank you, Philly, but it's time." While no official statement from the team or player has confirmed a departure, the post was enough to set fans, analysts, and insiders abuzz with theories. Could it be a contract dispute, a locker room shakeup, or perhaps just Barkley's way of teasing the offseason drama? Either way, the message has opened the floodgates to debate, with some insiders suggesting the Eagles may already be preparing for life after Barkley. The 27-year-old back, who joined the Eagles after his stint with the New York Giants, had a productive, if somewhat injury-tinged, run in green. His explosive style and veteran leadership helped bolster Philadelphia's offense during critical moments last season. But as the team looks to retool for a fresh campaign, Whispers of internal discussions about cap space and shifting priorities have only added fuel to the speculation fire. Some league sources are hinting at interest from AFC contenders, while others suggest Barkley may be eyeing a reunion with former teammates or coaches elsewhere. Could we see him in a Bills uniform, or perhaps back in New York, only this time with the Jets? The possibilities are endless, and Barkley's vague farewell has left just enough ambiguity to keep everyone guessing. One thing is certain: if SAQUON Barkley is truly on the move, his departure would mark the end of a brief but impactful chapter in Philly football until the dust settles. Fans will have to sit tight and watch the rumor mill spin. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our Philadelphia Eagles, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.